Good morning students, I am Ms. Kanika Sharma and today we will talk about adverse drug reaction, which is chapter 3 of unit 1 in pharmacy practice BP 703T. In this presentation we will cover classification of ADRs, adverse drug reaction, drug interactions and method for detecting drug interaction. This chapter, because it would be too much comprehensive if we will deal it in one presentation, so we will divide it into three parts. So this will be your part 1, this is part 2 and this is part 3. So to understand what is adverse drug reaction, first we have to talk about what are adverse events. Then we will talk about adverse drug events, and then only we can understand what are adverse drug reactions. So to understand what is an adverse event, first we will talk about, as the definition suggests, that an adverse event is any untoward means unwanted medical occurrence that may present during the treatment with the pharmaceutical product, but now this is important, but which does not necessarily have a causal relationship with this treatment. Causal here means that the pharmaceutical product may or may not have caused this untoward medical occurrence. So this is an adverse event. Now we will talk about adverse drug events. Now adverse, the only difference here is adverse drug, right? So the adverse drug events mean that any untoward medical occurrence, right? But it is related to the medication, and it can be like you have read about medication error. It could be because of any of the reasons. It could be medication error, it could be adverse drug reaction, it could be overdose, it could be allergy, it could be anything. So any reaction which occurs because of taking a medicine, taking a drug, is called as adverse drug reaction. That occurrence has to be in a negative sort of way. Now talking about that is called as adverse drug event. Now talking about adverse drug reaction, so now this is an important definition. Now adverse drug reaction is a response, it is a response to a medicine which is noxious and unintended, which we did not want, and which occurs at a dose normally used in man. This line is all what ADR is, right? In adverse drug event, the dose can be, it could be overdosed, it could be underdosed, but in adverse drug reaction, the reaction which occurs when a human is administered with the dose that is meant for the intended action, but in return what we get a noxious or unintended reaction. So those category of reactions are called as adverse drug reactions. Now talking about the classification of adverse drug reaction, as you can see, the classification is very comprehensive. So first we will start with onset of action. Now onset of action, on the basis of onset of action, adverse drug reactions can be classified as acute, subacute and latent. If it is an acute adverse drug reaction, that means the reaction has occurred within the 60 minutes of administration of drug. If it is subacute, that means it has occurred from 1 to 24 hours after the administration of drug, and if it is latent, that simply means that it has occurred after at least 2 days of administration. Now moving on to the type of reaction. Now this classification is very important and we will discuss this classification in the next slides in detail. Now on to the severity. On the basis of severity of adverse drug reaction, they can be classified as minor, moderate, severe and lethal. If it is a minor reaction, then there is no therapy needed. Then it also doesn't need any antidote or prolongation of hospital stay. If it is a moderate reaction, then it requires change in drug therapy, may require specific treatment or prolonged hospital stay by at least 1 day. If it is a severe reaction, then it can be potentially life-threatening. It may cause potential damage or require intensive medical treatment. Now coming on to lethal, now as the name suggests, it directly or indirectly contributes to death of the patient. Now if we talk about other adverse drug reactions. So initially we'll talk about side effects. So side effect is unwanted but often unavoidable pharmacodynamic effect that occurs at a therapeutic dose. For example, atropine, which is a para-anesthetic, may cause dryness of mouth in some individuals. Now, secondary effect. Secondary effect is an indirect consequence of a primary action of a drug. For example, tetracycline, which causes suppression of bacterial flora. Now, this suppression may cause superinfection. So, this superinfection is because of the suppression, which was the primary effect of tetracycline. So, this is called as secondary effect. Now moving on to carcinogenicity. Now as the name suggests, it is the capacity of the drug to cause cancer. Now chemical carcinogenesis generally takes at least 10 to 40 years to develop. Now intolerance. Intolerance, this has an appearance of characteristic toxic effect of a drug in an individual at therapeutic doses. Example, chloroquine may cause vomiting and abdominal pain in some individuals. Now talking about idiosyncrasy. Idiosyncrasy is defined as genetically determined abnormal activity to a chemical or a drug. For example, barbiturates may cause excitement and mental confusion in some individuals. Now drug allergy, as the name suggests, it is allergy to the drug. It is also called as drug hypersensitivity and generally occurs even with much smaller doses. The most common example is of the anaphylactic shock because of penicillin. Now on to teratogenicity. Teratogenicity is the capacity of the drug to cause fetal abnormalities when administered to a pregnant woman. The most historical example is of thalidomide, which caused phocomelia and multiple defects in fetus. Another example is of ACE inhibitors, which may cause hypoplasia of organs. Now the last one, mutagenicity. Mutagenicity is the capacity of the drug to cause genetic defects. Now the example may include many anti-cancer drugs, radioisotopes, estrogen and tobacco. Now talking about the type of reactions, the first one is type A reaction, and A here stands for augmented. Augmented means to increase. The word augmented means increasing. Now these reactions can be predicted from the known pharmacology of the drug, and these are dose dependent and can be alleviated, that means can be reduced by dose reduction. For example, anticoagulants causes bleeding. Now anticoagulants are, as the name suggests, they remove clots, but in some individual they may also cause bleeding. Now a second example is of beta blocker. Now beta blocker, as we all know, they are used to treat irregular heart rhythm, and in some cases they may cause bradycardia. Third example is of nitrates. Now nitrates dilate the arteries, and these are mainly used to treat the chest pain which a patient experiences when he is going through heart diseases, when he is suffering through heart diseases. Now in some cases, because of nitrate administration, the patient may have severe headaches. The fourth example is of typical prazosin. Now prazosin is a drug which is used to treat hypertension, and in some individuals obviously it causes postural hypotension. Now moving on to type B reactions. Now type B stands for bizarre reaction. The word bizarre means that anything which is very unusual or strange. Now these reactions cannot be predicted from the pharmacology of the drug and are neither dose dependent. For example, penicillin, which causes anaphylactic shock, shock. Now the other example is of anticonvulsant, which causes hypersensitivity. Now moving on to the third one, type C reaction. Now the third type is type C chemical reaction. The biological characteristic of these reactions can be predicted from the chemical structure of the drug or the metabolite. Now the example include of paracetamol, which causes hepatotoxicity. Now moving on to type D reaction. Now the fourth type is type D, that is delayed reaction, and as the name suggests, these are the reactions which occur after many years of the treatment and can be due to accumulation of the drug or the metabolite in the body. Now the examples include chemotherapy, after an individual undergoes chemotherapy, he or she may suffer from secondary tumors. This is the first example. The second one is of phenytoin. Phenytoin, when administered to a pregnant female, may cause teratogenic effects, teratogenic effects in the fetus. The third one is antipsychotic drugs. Now the antipsychotic drugs may cause tardive dyskinesia. And the fourth one is analgesics, which may cause nephrotoxicity. Type E stands for end of treatment reactions. Now they occur on withdrawal, especially when a drug is stopped abruptly. Now the example include of phenytoin withdrawal, which causes seizures. Now the second example is of steroid withdrawal, which causes adrenocorticoid insufficiency. So that's all about your ADR part 1. In the next part, we will talk about ADR reporting and management. Thank you so much.